Thank you, Manvika, for the introduction. And hi, welcome everyone for FITS Asia 2021. It's an exciting event, and I'm sure you will not regret for being part of this whole session. We have a good lineup of prominent speakers, panelists, and to take it up with the award ceremony, right? So I'd like to brief a little bit about Rostonet Singapore, and this event is being jointly organized by Rostonet Singapore GS1 and Global CIO Forums put together. For those who do not know much about Rostonet Singapore GS1, I would like to give a short overview. We are here in business for about more than 20 years. It's a non-profit organization. We work with the government, industry players, and the education institutions to help them on defining the digital standards of the future, right? For example, the likes of your barcode when you go to a retail shop, when you scan your barcode for a product to be built, it's come from this organization. Like logistics track and trace using a RFID reader and a RFID tag that comes from this organization. And the electronic B2B transactions for whole of your supply chain from order to cash and procure to pay, we are running more than 1.3 trillion in revenue as we speak. When we last counted, it was even higher than a Google search at some point in time, has come from this organization, right? So as the industry evolves, we also try to shadow the industry in terms of how it is shaping itself. And we see it's moving towards the edge technologies, or the whole business model is moving towards the edge, especially in the industry 4.0 standards of IoT of the world, the blockchains of the world, AIs of the world, right? So what we do as an organization is trying to help the industry when they are innovating on one side to make sure how the standards are adopted and agreed by cross-borders, agencies, governments, and industry itself, so that you don't have to repeat your process again and again, right? So that's what we do for the last 20 years, and we'll continue to do for the next 20 years. And we have a chapter in every country. So you have an organization which is going to stay and has been staying, and each country has got a GS1 organization. We do have a good MOU with EDIFIS of Europe, which also deals with different digital standards. And we are very happy to partner with Global CIO Forum, which has got a very good presence in Middle East Africa with a C-suite about 15,000 and over 26 countries. And we here on the other side are helping in the digital standards, right? It's a clear collaboration which is going to bring synergy with this event as an example. We constantly have done multiple programs in terms of events, in terms of actually doing training, setting up a national pilot project for right from enterprise level high-tech companies all the way to small SMEs and to the last mile providers, right? And I'm more than happy to share that we had about more than 30 supply chain transactions or pilot projects done in Singapore cross borders. Like customs declaration paperless is one of the good examples where you could seamlessly do a custom declaration cross borders in ASEAN using the standards. And we did many center of excellence POCs in our schools, polytechnics, and universities here. And right now, as we speak, we are working with IMDA in helping them engage the industry on a trade trust as a program, which is going to define the blockchain as a trusted service or a standard, right? So that's why we are working, and we did a recent success story with CIO Forum, trying to do a snapshot of global research and a survey done for last 1 year with about 400 C-suites participating, across all the 3 geographies. And we have got a very good data of where the pandemic is and how the industry is moving in terms of people, process, technology, and what are the strategies that are being taken by the leaders to move going forward, right? So we are very excited to be part of the program, and it's taken a 360-degree approach, right? Where we try to influence on a technology piece of it, where we have a geography segment, we have the industry segment, where each of us can learn from each other. And we kept everybody in the quadrant here, right from leaders, right from industry, right? Technology vendors, ISV, startups, government, and education institutions. Everybody is going to be part of these beneficiaries here. And we wanted to start some virtual and some and in a face-to-face. We are waiting for the policies and the government vaccinations to be completed in all the countries, where we can actually drive the outcomes, not just having virtual sessions like this, but actually have face-to-face sessions. We already started some in Dubai, and we're waiting for Singapore to open up and some of the neighboring countries to have a better policies on social distancing or having a bigger events. That's where I think we would try to have a more actionable outcomes from the survey which we did, and which has come out quite well. And right from white papers, roundtables, webinars, events like this, and there's more to come, right? So I'm very excited about holding that survey as a pivot. of all the inputs which has come from you and coming out with good outcomes. And events like this, calling for customer experience and expectations, is a good example of a good starting point, as much as we could do in a virtual environment. So I'm very excited to kickstart this event. And on behalf of Rostonet Singapore GS1 and Global CIO Forum, I'd like to thank all the audience, participants, and the sponsors to make this event a success, and wishing all the best for the award winners, which will be announced at the end of the session. Thank you very much.